Hello Hawthorne Huskies, Miss Shannon in your Husky garden, getting ready to harvest for Chef Brendan. Let's get to it. Chef Brendan has requested 3 things coming from your garden. First up, cilantro. We're gonna grab some cilantro right here. Just like that, just like this. And I think he has more cilantro back in the cooking room. Next up, oregano. We've got oregano right here. Got a bunch growing down here. Pull a little bit off. There's some. And a little bit more. Gotta love oregano. Last but not least, we're coming in to get some parsley. Some parsley. Oh, that's a good piece right there. Cilantro and parsley, those can be confusing. A lot of parsley back in there. All right, let's go see what Chef Brendan is up to.
Hey Huskies, welcome back to your classroom without you. But guess what? Maybe this year we'll be able to do this again. Things are getting close, right? So hopefully. But in the meantime, I'm gonna make you some chimichurri today. Chimichurri, not chimichanga. It's not a deep fried burrito. It's actually a sauce from South America. It comes from Argentina and Uruguay, and it's used extensively in South America as a sauce and a marinade, which means to soak. If we're gonna marinate something in a sauce of some sort, to soak overnight to give it a lot of flavor, and also as a condiment. So when you think of condiments, we usually think of ketchup and mustard, and I actually had a girl from Argentina in one of my classes last week that said she puts chimichurri on her hot dogs. So it's used as a condiment throughout South America. So anything we would use mustard, mayo, ketchup on, you can use chimichurri on. So how did it get to South America? Well, the consensus is that it came from the Basque region of Europe, which is a section of Europe right in northern Spain and southern France that kind of come together. And they have a dish in the Basque region called Chimichurri, something like that. I can't pronounce it, obviously. Too many X's, and that's actually how it's spelled. That's not a misspelling. But that translates in English basically to a hodgepodge. And we're gonna make some hodgepodge chimichurri today. Here's the recipe. Just some parsley, cilantro, oregano, all from the garden. Garlic, olive oil, and a little vinegar, salt and pepper. That's it. And our dish for Miss Shannon's lunch is gonna be pan-seared zucchini with chimichurri sauce and an emerald oak salad, also from the garden. Okay, so here we are. First thing we're gonna do before we start making our salad or our chimichurri is get our zucchini cooking, because we have to cook it, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. So I'm just gonna take the most minimal amount off the stem and the flower side of the zucchini, and we're going to save those for our compost for our little worm friends. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice it pretty thin, a little bit thinner than I would normally slice it if I were gonna cook it on the grill, because we're going in the pan, so it'll be safe. It won't flop apart like it might on the grill. So there we go. A little bit of olive oil, pan's warming up. And we'll just get our zucchini ready. A little bit of salt and pepper. And that's it. All right, time to make our chimichurri. And we have a lot of math here too. So we got a little bit of culture, a little bit of geography, a little bit of everything, and now we're gonna have some math too. So I have all our measuring cups laid out here. Our biggest one we're gonna use today is our ½ a cup, and that's gonna be for our fresh parsley. So we're gonna do a ½ a cup of fresh parsley. I already started loading it in there, so I'm just gonna top it off with some more. We'll save the stems for, we'll just take the sprigs off, save the stems for our compost. And then the next step is going to be to take our parsley and just throw it in a food processor. Okay. And then move down the line to our next ingredient, which is our oregano. Our cilantro. We're going to go cilantro next. And this is what we just got to stop for a second here and take a look at these leaves. And you can see why people get cilantro and parsley mixed up all the time. They're very similar in look, but very, very different in taste. So the easiest way to tell them apart is to taste them, because many, many a culinary student and chef too has been rushing around the kitchen and needed one of either parsley or cilantro and rushed into the fridge and grabbed the wrong one and made their dish, and then only realized later, see, I almost just did it there. I almost put some parsley in with the cilantro. Only realized later that they had made the wrong dish. So smell and taste are our best friends when it comes to telling the difference between these guys. So a 1/4 cup of cilantro, throw it right in there. And then we'll move on down the line to our next measurement, which is our tablespoon. Let's check on our zucchini. Oh, they're searing up nice. It's golden brown.
What makes it that brown color, Chef Brendan?
The natural sugars in the food and the zucchini do what's called caramelizing. So it's bringing out all the natural sweetness in the fruit, in the zucchini. I'm just gonna add a little more salt and pepper. Back to our chimichurri. So we're gonna do, like I said, a tablespoon of the fresh oregano. So I'm just gonna pull the sprigs, the leaves right off the stem. And we can compost those stems too. And just fill up a little tablespoon here. If you wanted to, you could chop all these vegetables ahead of time and then measure them. But since we're working with a food processor, we don't have to do that. So there we go. So about a tablespoon of fresh oregano. And then we're gonna need some garlic. So I got 2 cloves of garlic all peeled and ready to go here. So 2 cloves of garlic, 1, 2. Whoop. And next we'll need some olive oil. So we're gonna go back for a 1/4 cup measurement here. And we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And some vinegar. We're going to use white wine vinegar. You can use white wine or red wine. They're very similar. And we're going to do a tablespoon of that as well. So 1 tablespoon of vinegar. And then we're going to skip the teaspoon and go to a 1/2 teaspoon. And that's going to be for our salt. So we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then our lowest or smallest measurement is the 1/4 teaspoon. But we need even less than that. We need 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. So I'm going to fill up the 1/4 teaspoon all the way, and I'm just going to shake out 1/2 of it. Because 1/2 of a 1/4 is 1/8. So we got 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. And that's it. Okay, so all we need to do now is blend it all together. Chimichurri's ready. And we're going to use it as a cold sauce today. It's going to go on the zucchini cold. We're just going to flip these guys one more time. And we'll get our plate ready to go. So we have that beautiful emerald oak. Okay, so we're ready to start plating our salad with these wonderful emerald oak leaves. And I'm just going to cut off the bottom, and we're going to kind of layer them around kind of like a star pattern because they look so nice. Oh yeah, look at this guys. That. Like that. Get our different angles going. How's that? That looks good. Okay, so we're going to take our zucchini, and here's what we're going to do for some presentation. We're going to take our zucchini, perfectly pan-seared zucchini there, and we're going to take our chimichurri, and we're just going to spoon it right on top. Just spread it right across top. And we can take a little more chimichurri and drizzle it on the leaves too, so we have a little bit of salad dressing for the oak, for the beautiful emerald oak. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little stack. So I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to fold it over like that. And then we'll take the next piece, and we'll do the same thing. We'll go this way. Put a little more chimichurri on there. And then we'll fold it up. See if we can get this guy to get a nice tower going here. There we go. Come on. We could drizzle a little more chimichurri right on top. So it's sinking right into the beautiful zucchini. And then we got some colors, some nice veggies from the garden. These great little sun gold tomatoes. I'm just gonna half them, kind of sprinkle them around. All sorts of colors. Remember, we're always eating a rainbow. Stick one in there. And then we have some lavender flowers. It's a really cool purple, so we're just gonna put a couple on top there. It's got some nice purple color to it. And got a couple snow peas from the garden too, so let's use those. I'm just gonna cut those like little angles. So we have different shapes and sizes. Snow peas look good. And then some of these calendula flowers, we have orange and yellow. I'm just gonna put a couple petals on there. Fall they may. Like seed dispersal. Put some yellow on there too. There we go. Pan-seared zucchini with chimichurri, a colorful garden salad of emerald oak, and ready for lunch. Soon, guys. Soon we'll be doing this together.
Okay, Hawthorne Huskies, Miss Shannon, Chef Brendan, we have a challenge for you. Grab your Grow Cook Science journals and decide how you would use this chimichurri as either a sauce or a marinade, and how you would create your own farm-to-table recipe. Write about it, let us know. See you soon.